Another big game for Dons tomorrow. This time they're going to go away to Gillingham. Now, this for me is another big game for Dons. Gillingham will come into this game on the back of a heartbreaking 1-1 draw against Fleetwood Town, whereby they conceded after the 90th minutes, and they want to make up for that late heartbreak. They've also recently ended a 3-game losing run, taking 4 points from the next 2 games. So they'll be looking to continue that run and make it 3 games unbeaten. And actually, historically, these guys have actually been a difficult opponent for us. We've only completed a league double over them just once. That was all the way back in the 2017-2018 season, where we beat them 1-0 and then 2-1. Um, and actually, in that season, we did go on to change leagues between League One and League Two. Hopefully, that could be a sign that if we do beat them tomorrow, we'll be able to do the same thing, only this time by going up from League Two to League One. Hope I haven't jinxed anything there. But now, going back to Gillingham, if you look at our previous game that we had against them in October, they actually gave us quite a good game, even though we were 3-0 up. We were all very relieved not to draw that game in the end, and I think that in itself shows that Gillingham are a quality side, are a side to be taken seriously, and we will definitely have to be at our very best if we're to come away with 3 valuable points tomorrow. Um, Saying that though, Gillingham, as kind of touched upon earlier, they aren't really in the best run of form. They recently had, as I said, the 3-game losing streak, and they've actually only won 4 times in the calendar year 2026 so far. And actually, if you look at who they've beaten, it's Harrogate Town, who are bottom of the league, Newport County, who are 23rd. They're not in the best run of form, even though they both teams are improving. Tranmere Rovers, who have lost 11 of their last 12, and Barrow, who are just above the relegation zone. I know they beat Barrow recently, but that kind of goes to show the sides that they are able to beat at the moment, in that they're not really the sides that are challenging for the top of League Two. So maybe that's a sign that Dons will be able to capitalise on Gillingham's abilities at the moment and secure another vital win. And we should be confident for this game. It was an emphatic victory against Harrogate Town on the weekend. I was really pleased with our performance after Harrogate opened the scoring. I thought it was a really comprehensive performance, and there was very little that could really be improved from it. So hopefully we'll be able to build on that and really go for it against Gillingham tomorrow. And I think, especially given the fact that the League Two title is technically in our hands now, if we continue to keep winning, I think that would also spur the lads on, because if we do win tomorrow, we'll go 2 points behind Bromley. Even though we'll be playing the same amount of games as them, we've still got to play Bromley. So if we keep winning and we do beat Bromley, then this title really is up for grabs. And I think that will also be in Paul Warren's mind and be in the players' minds. And if, like I say, if it gives them that a little bit of extra motivation, that'll be a fantastic thing going into the business end of the season. I think Aaron Collins, he'll be buoyed on by his return from injury, coinciding with the fact that he's now scored 2 goals in the last 2 games. He'll definitely, I'm sure, want to continue on with his scoring streak. As I've said before, even though he was only out for a little bit of time, he's, for me, felt like a new signing. I think he's come back better from his injury, so I hope that continues. Um, and also, if Nathaniel Mendes Lang, I've seen that he's fit again, or that he's back in training. If he does play tomorrow, I think he'll be motivated too. It's quite an impressive record for him. He scored 7 goals in 17 games. I'm sure he'll no doubt be motivated to come back from injury with a bang and continue what really is quite a good record. One thing that I do want to touch upon though is that we may likely be without Russian Hepburn Murphy, who I think has impressed in the absence of Callum Patterson. I know he scored 2 goals recently and he scored before as well, but Paul Warren was saying that he was injured on Saturday at half time. That's why he was hooked and he was substituted for Scott Hogan. But in saying that, hopefully Scott Hogan, if he does start tomorrow, will be motivated to make the most of this rare opportunity that he'll be given. I was told recently that he'd walked out of training as he wasn't too happy with Paul Warren or something like that. And if he is that confident in his abilities, hopefully he'll be able to show it tomorrow, and that will only help the Dons as well. I'm hoping he'll be able to take the opportunity if that report is true that he did walk out of training, because that's what we want to see from these players, isn't it? But yeah, hopefully Dons will continue their confidence. Hopefully it'll be 12 unbeaten with 8 wins and 4 draws, and hopefully the Dons can secure another vital win and do it for George Baldock as well, who, as fans would know, would have turned 33 today. So hopefully um, Paul Warren will draw upon the facts in training when he's working with the players that George Baldock's would have been 33rd birthday was is today, and hopefully the players will go out there and do a performance that would make George Baldock proud and propel us even further up the League Two table. If you're still watching, thank you very much. Really appreciated. If you enjoyed what you've seen, please make sure to subscribe and share the video. That would really help me out a lot. Thanks again for watching, and come on, you Dons!